successful.
Awesome.
So we're showing that off. And then some videos showing off some of the electronic stuff that Catalyst isn't directly related.
Okay.
With that, they're being done by Piranha Games is doing MechWarrior Online.
Sure.
Company doing MechWarrior Tactics.
Yes.
So MechWarrior Online is basically the successor to the long line of really successful MechWarrior computer games.
Yes, absolutely.
PC games. MechWarrior Tactics is a browser-based, turn-based game that's basically the Battletech board game kind of translated into an online experience. And one of the things that I saw that I just almost fell out of my chair and geeking out and drooling all over myself was the first videos I saw where you set up, you do your turn, you set the movement, and then it does a video cut that then shows the turn play out like a video.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And then they're telling us that, and hopefully that'll still be in there at the end, is that once your game's done, they'll then take all those cut scenes and you'll be able to watch like a video of you playing out your own game with your friends.
I just got chills.
Yeah, now
I've been waiting for something like that for 10 years.
That just killed me. So I feel very lucky because I'm working basically on a contract freelance basis, doing continuity writing, fiction writing for both of these games.
Wow, all right, so and good involvement.
Yeah, and it's been really awesome because for the longest time there was a lot of the old computer games that I dealt with going all the way back to FASA days. Sometimes they really almost wouldn't give you the time of day.
Sure.
And board games, who cares? Whereas these guys have so much passion, enthusiasm for the property. They really want to pay the respect to the entire heritage of Battletech. And so to see that passion, to see it start coming out in the games, to be involved with it, I mean, it's just a fantastic time to be a Battletech fan.
Absolutely it is. Gonna have to talk to this guy about a beta key here soon. But
I actually have one of those. I get that. Actually, another shout out. It's also a fantastic time to be a Shadowrun fan. Not only are we doing that, but there's 2 Shadowrun computer games coming as well.
That's right, there are.
We have Shadowrun Returns. Jordan Wiseman, who is the original creator of Shadowrun and Battletech.
Right.
He ran a ludicrously successful Shadowrun Returns Kickstarter a couple of months back. And then there's a German company called Cliffhanger Productions that was doing Shadowrun Online, which is basically kind of an MMO-style browser-based Shadowrun game that just, I think like 2 days ago, just ended and successfully funded as well.
Nice.
So there's just an amazing amount of excitement for both Battletech and Shadowrun, whether it's the tabletop version, whether it's electronic properties. You can find and get your geek on in just about any way you want with both of them.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you for your time, sir. That is an immense amount of information.
Awesome.
Guys, Mozu audience, we'll be back.
Yes, I know. A place they say that never really closes.
All right, guys, we're down here at Gary Games booth. I got Justin Gary, and we are talking Immortal Heroes here for Ascension.
The newest expansion for Ascension. It combines with the Storm of Souls to make our Year 2 block.
Very cool.
And we actually have Emery, one of our characters, both from Chronicle and Storm of Souls here, that's been helping us out. We've been getting a great response to it. People are super excited. It's flying off the shelves.
Nice.
It'll be in stores next month. But to give you a little preview, it introduces the new mechanic called Soul Gems, where the heroes from the first set are trapped, and you can certain cards allow you to release them, and you draw a card off the deck, and you can use their powers right away. So it's kind of a nice bit of familiar about what you know from Year 1, but it changes the way that you interpret those cards. It plays more on the mechanics from Storm of Souls. You have more trophy monsters, including ongoing trophy monsters that give you a power every turn. Their event mechanic has been improved, so there's a bunch of new events that can change the course of play for everybody.
Nice.
And we even have a new optional mechanic that gives you a ton of new event cards when you want to shuffle in the game into Chronicle or Return of the Fallen that make sure events come up a lot more often. So we've just been taking the stuff that everybody knows and loves, and we've been working hard to finally get this out here. And so we're pretty excited about it. We've been getting a great reaction. We got tons of people demoing, and we're looking forward to getting it back out in the stores. And then I know a lot of people are asking, we'll get it onto iOS in a few months. We'll get it out there.
It'll happen, guys.
It'll happen. We promise. But it's really cool to finally get this out there and get to talk about it with you guys.
Very cool. And guys, if you're Gen Con, you're getting it early. You heard the man.
Yeah, that's right. Now's your chance.
Yeah, so get down here and buy this stuff before the man runs out, because there's a line over at that booth, and you don't want to get left behind. So
Good
awesome. Absolutely. Well, sir, definitely love the game. Big fan.
Thank you.
Appreciate the time. And guys, we'll be back.
Cool.
my friends, I said hello. But it's time for me to go. They say they're gonna cover me in roses.
Mozu Pro audience, I've got a little something special right here. We've had a really good time here at Gen Con, and now we have the capstone. May I introduce to you Mr. Peter Adkinson. Sir, wonderful to meet you.
Thank you, thank
Yes,
you. Thank you for having me on your program.
Oh, well, no, thank you. Trust me. You're here, obviously, at Gen Con.
Yes.
And I hear you're promoting a little something new.
Yes, yes. Well, yes, just this week we launched a new web series called The First Paladin.
Nice.
Yes.
Very cool.
Yeah, and what it is we've been filming my Dungeons & Dragons campaign. And so filming our D&D sessions, but then editing them out.
Sure.
And putting in fine art illustrations
Nice.
to illustrate the scenes. And we're supplementing that with narrative short films that our first one will come out next month.
Very cool.
And fiction.
Very nice.
Basically, the idea is to create a fantasy world, and develop that through,
All right.
through stories,
Through multimedia and
Yeah.
the story, and
Yeah.
wow, that's awesome. Now, what role in that are you the guy that's going to make the big rocks fall, everybody dies, or are you a player?
Yeah, no, I'm the GM.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a world, Chaldea, that I've been GMing since 1980.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah,
Okay.
so it's a 30-year-old campaign setting, if you will.
Right.
And for years I've kind of had in the back of my mind, hey, I should publish my campaign someday, like
Right.
everybody probably thinks.
Sure.
And it's just been like this siren's call that you just can't avoid, and eventually you just have to jump in and say screw it,
Right, let's
and
just do
it.
this.
Let's just do it.
Let's
yeah.
just do it.
Yeah.
Well, and you're a man with resources to make that happen, which is very cool.
Some.
Yeah, just a couple. Been around the industry a little bit. He might know a few people.
Yeah.
So you said it launched last month?
Just this week.
Oh, this week. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Just
launched this week.
the day before Gen Con started.
That's a
Actually.
pretty good time to launch.
Yeah. So we launched it, and we're gonna do our current plan is in terms of filming the
Right.
D&D game campaign is to do that for a year and
Wow.
conclude it at Gen Con next year.
Oh,
And-
awesome.
And then probably move more into fiction and short films, and hopefully, ultimately, feature films.
Oh, that would be incredible. Now, what rule set are you messing around with
Yep.
for this?
We're using D&D Next.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we did it as and we entered into a formal agreement with Wizards, a license, so that we can use the materials
Right.
without violating any confidentialities, but
Sure.
use their materials in the web series.
Okay.
And so we did that deal with them, and they're happy to have it. They're obviously looking to promote
yeah.
D&D Next any way they can too. So it's
Certainly.
a nice win-win,
Oh.
and we'll cross promote with them. And
Very
that's the plan.
cool. Awesome. And got to see you at the keynote. That was very cool.
Oh, I was so happy that they invited me, brought me out, dusted me off, and put me up in front of their fans. And it was nice to be on the Wizards of the Coast stage.
Right. Oh, yeah.
After 12 years it's been since.
Wow, has it been 12?
Yeah, I started Wizards in 1990.
Right.
And I was a CEO for 11 years. And
Okay.
so I left in 2001. So,
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So it was. It's been about 12 years.
Wow. That's crazy. It just doesn't seem like it's been that long. I mean, you've obviously had the ride. We've watched it, and then Hasbro
Yeah.
did their thing, and then it was like, hey, I'm going to,
Oh, it
Gen
was-
Con, you're mine now.
It
Okay,
was
we're
an
gonna...
incredible ride. Yeah, we did, obviously Magic the Gathering
Yes.
was our big claim to fame initially, and then we were able to leverage our capital from that
Right.
to buy TSR,
TSR,
Dungeons and Dragons,
right.
and Gen Con, and then, and then we got approached by the Japanese who did Pokemon to
Right.
be our partner for Pokemon for 2 or 3 years. Now, Wizards isn't doing it anymore, but
Right, at the time.
when I was there, that was a really big part of our business.
Oh, yeah, well, it's like
And-
printing
yeah,
paper,
it was-
gold.
Yeah, something like that. It was a magical time.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great company.
Oh, yeah, they are. And they've just continued to put out great stuff for a long time.
Yeah. They really have. They've done a really, really good job, especially with Magic. I mean, Magic
Yeah.
is just stronger than it's ever been.
Right. Oh, they've had a huge resurgence. I mean, not that it ever dipped, don't get me wrong, but I mean, this
Right.
year alone was just, it's like a bellwether year. It's like, yes, here we go.
Yeah.
Just push in and keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
So,
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah. Now, other than thefirstpaladin.com, do you have anything, obviously not trying to give away secrets or anything, that you're also working on?
I'm actually way too open on these things. I'll tell you. So no, well, the idea started, I started in film school in February.
Okay.
And the reason I started is sort of the germination of the idea was that I wanted to film, game designers running their games, role-playing designers. So if you think of through the last 30, 40 years of our hobby, the really important role-playing games.
Right.
I want to get the designers of those games on film running their games.
That would be
that's my goal. And so, but before I could invite somebody like Jonathan Tweed over to run a game, I figured, well, I better use my own gaming group as guinea pigs,
right.
and
Sure.
film them, right? So I started filming them, and then of course I just got more and more serious about it, and it took about 8 sessions before we finally got footage that we really liked and said okay,
Right.
and then we started to get real serious about that. So I'm doing the first Paladin, which is my own campaign to create a world, but where I'm also going to start filming soon, releasing stuff that's not related to that, just famous game designers. So I want to get all the famous
big
role-playing
names.
games and get their designers.
Wow, that would be, yeah. I mean, that's an insider's look to the fans that they would never expect to get. And
Yeah,
just huge.
I kind of got the idea when I realized that Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson both passed away without anybody having filmed them, from what I can tell. And
Right.
hope if somebody proves me wrong, great, because
Yeah.
we want that footage.
Oh,
right?
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the world wants that footage.
Yeah.
That was a loss, obviously.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's the idea. And going to film school, and then I've become inspired to go, to do short films and feature films, obviously targeted at this community.
At the community, yeah, the gaming community, of course.
Right.
The home team, as it were.
Yes.
All right.
The tribe.
Yes. All right. Well, Mr. Atkinson, absolutely wonderful to speak to you.
Nice to speak with you too.
Yes, appreciate
Thanks
that.
again.
Guys, it doesn't get any better. This man, he knows how to roll a natural 20. We're
I
out.
rolled several last night. I couldn't believe it. I had a hottest night last night. Out of like 20 rolls, I probably rolled 8 20s. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I do know how to roll.
Yeah, this man, natural 20s.
There you go.
Bye.
They cover me with fire. I'll tell them demons to build a fire. And if they choke me off with smoke.
Please join us August 15th through 18th, 2013 for next year's Gen Con. Thank you for your attendance. This officially concludes Gen Con Indy 2012.
All right, guys, what'd you think about all that? That's it, the Gen Con wrap up. The crowds are still here. They're all slowly filtering out. It's indie, it's gaming. Videos galore. I cannot wait to do this again. Thanks for joining me on this incredible ride this weekend. I'm out.
I'll breathe in until the boiler's broke. Breathe in until that boiler's broke.
We are about to interview Peter Adkinson. I am freaking out. That's all I got to say. Oh my God. So bear with us, baby. We're going in big time. Gen Con, we're here.